This show was made possible by the Fortune Jack Partners Program and with the continued support of the VL Partners. Hello, my iGaming people, and thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your busy week to stream another edition of APCW Perspectives. And this show is special because it was 18 years ago this week that I delivered the very first APCW video. Oh, how I remember it well. I was just a lad of 17 years, about to graduate high school. I was so young and innocent. Fast forward to today, and what better way to celebrate an anniversary than with a good old-fashioned beatdown show? And who deserves a verbal beatdown more than Mr. Andy Rhodes, the CEO of the UK Gambling Commission, and a rather handsome devil at that. You may recall that it was just about 2 years ago that old Andy here said that British black market gambling was, and I quote, nowhere near large enough to deter the regulatory agenda of the Commission. Then it was just over a year ago that Rhodes doubled down, reiterating that the risks from the gambling black market in Britain were, and I quote, overstated. So how does Andy explain this? Yeah. Now, Mr. Rhodes, that pillar of industry insight and leadership, says combating the black market is now the Commission's top priority because Mr. Rhodes is a complete, freaking idiot. Yes, after years of ignorant denials and arrogant dismissals, Andy and the team at the UKGC feel that, hey, maybe it's time we look into this whole black market thing. Yes, now the Commission will conduct its first ever comprehensive study of the non-threatening, overstated UK black market to try to understand, to try to get their minds around why so many players are headed offshore to those black market sites, because it's such a damn mystery. That study is due out next spring. Until then, Andy can fiddle with himself while the industry burns. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Andrew, but if you are too stupid to have figured out this problem up to now, you're probably too stupid to solve it moving forward. Welcome back. You know, Andy Rhodes and the UK Gambling Commission are not the only dumbasses on my agenda this week. But before we get into our next verbal beatdown, I wanted to take a moment to congratulate APCW Platinum sponsor Boomerang Partners, who just won SBC's 2024 Rising Star in Sports Betting Award. Launched 4 years ago, Boomerang has no activity quota, CPA and hybrid deals, and an effective rev share of up to 40%. Check out their review page on the APCW website or visit them directly at boomerang-partners.com. Now, back to the morons. And for these next nitwits, we must travel to Ukraine. I bet you thought I was going to say the Netherlands, but no, we're headed to Ukraine, where it wasn't that long ago that they decided to restrict all military personnel from online gambling. Then they dissolved their gambling regulator altogether. Then they blocked over 2,500 websites with any form of gambling content. And then, just in case all of that wasn't enough, they banned all gambling advertising so that the blocked sites could not market to the restricted players. That's some advanced math that I don't quite understand. But now, the Ukrainian Gambling Council wants Google to lift the Google ban on betting adverts in that country for their approved operators. Imagine that. It seems that the authorities in Ukraine find a blanket ban across their entire country that blocks their shit to be unfair. That is so strange. But, to be honest, why should any of this really surprise us? Whether it's Ukraine or the UK, and all points in between, it's always the same thing. Governments protect us by trying to control every aspect of our lives. And I, honestly, cannot think of a single situation where the government's actions have benefited anyone but them. So, on that cheery note, I'm gonna get out of here and go back to work on my bomb shelter because US elections are just over a week away with all the thrilling surprises that's gonna bring. I'll come back next week and do it again. God help us. Yes, now the Commission will conduct its first ever comprehensive study of the non-threatening, overstated UKGC. I was right at the end. I was right at the end. Do it again.